Recording has started. Okay, I'm going to flip over to this screen. So I'm sitting here today with Bobbie Ramsey, where she's joining me on Skype, which is awesome. Thank you, Bobbie. Many of you may have met Bobbie. She has presented quite a few times at some of my recent partner roadshows that I put together for my partners in Michigan and Indiana. Others may have met her as she's done some of the official Zebra partner-wide events, so things that are, events that are put together for partners, kind of nationwide.
Thanks, Mark. So I'm Bobbie Ramsey. I'm part of the Global Services Organization at Zebra. My official title is Service Business Development. What that really means is I'm an evangelist and a support person for our managed and visibility support portfolio. I basically am out there supporting all of our channel account sales managers and our partners across North America, educating them and helping them to better understand our visibility portfolio.
I feel pretty strongly about that. I think partners should be including not just Zebra One Care, but AVS on almost every single quote that they put together for a customer, for one of their customers. And there would be some exceptions, and the exception would be, if that customer already has an MDM or is a candidate for a full MDM, because AVS is like a light MDM. It's not going to give you the full functionality, but for customers that don't have the large install bases, this gives a lot of information and also a lot of capabilities within a very inexpensive and super simple to sell, super simple to use dashboard, correct?
Yeah, absolutely. I think one of the things I like to say around AVS is consider AVS what we call visibility at a glance. Because what I'm really concerned with is the health of my estate today. I don't really care what happened last week or last month or last quarter. I'm really concerned about today. One thing to note that's super important about AVS is that it is limited to Zebra-only hardware. So OS-based mobile computers and Link OS printers, and the printers do have to be networked, so that's something else important to understand. With the mobile computer side, the OS versions that are compatible, Android MX, obviously, and then if you've got devices that are older than our Android, so maybe they have Windows CE, Windows Mobile, it is compatible, but we do need to download the agent in order to grab the data.
Excellent. That's a really good point, and thank you for mentioning that. Speaking from your perspective, someone who deals with in this case AVS almost on a daily basis, are there any best practices that you're seeing out there, maybe that other partners are starting to do as they're taking notice and saying this is something that their customers would value?
Yeah, absolutely. So I've seen a couple of things recently which seems to be working fairly well, and I'm not just talking about North America. We're seeing some of this a little bit with our partners in Europe. So what they're doing is, whether it's a Zebra One Care contract renewal or a new quote, so either way, they're taking the Zebra One Care SKU, obviously there's a price associated with that, and bundling in, just on the partner side, not through distribution, not through Zebra, but themselves, taking that SKU, bundling in the price for AVS, and then quoting that as sort of a, I'm going to make up this word, Mark, an enhanced Zebra One Care or a Zebra One Care Plus program. It's not very many dollars to add to that, so at the end of the day, they're getting lots and lots of value with one price, yet on the back end getting delivered two really high quality products with Zebra One Care and the AVS solution all embedded in one.
So they're basically kind of creating their own bundle. Here's a part number for support, and it includes this, at a glance health dashboard for your devices. Is that correct?
That's absolutely correct. And one other thing I've seen too is, in addition to that, I've seen some partners that they may have what they call a managed services line on the proposal. And sometimes that includes things like help desk, so their customer can call them from a help desk perspective. They may do some device troubleshooting prior to devices going back into the depot, maybe to cut down on no-fault founds. So one thing I've seen that they're doing is they may be uplifting that particular managed services line by 1 or 2% so that they can then manage the AVS dashboard on behalf of the customer. So they can go in and look for whatever we're seeing from an AVS predictive analytics perspective, allows them then to be proactive, reach out to the customer and say, hey, Mr. Customer, did you know you've got this serial number 1234, and we're seeing like about 550 battery cycle counts on this thing. Maybe we should consider replacing the battery. So it really gives them an avenue to reach out to their customer, not necessarily in a sales mode, but in a support mode, and giving them options and things that they can do to keep those devices working out in the field, and that's the whole goal.
Well, that's actually very interesting. I didn't expect you to say that last part. I get asked by partners, quite frequently. I wouldn't say daily, but I know there's some heartburn over, partners trying to differentiate and be different. And so you're saying that you've seen a couple partners have some success with basically building this into the quote, and allows them to differentiate themselves either by just including AVS as part of the solution, or taking one step further and providing an extra value add service for the customer. Any feedback from what customers have responded, or how customers have responded? Is this something that, are they saying, hey, what's this extra charge, or something to that effect?
Yep, absolutely. That they're getting very, very few questions. Why is it this price? A couple of people have shared with me that they get a lot more questions on hardware pricing than they do service pricing. So I find that kind of interesting.
Actually, I think there's some irony in there too. It's just that's actually funny when you kind of think about it. But that's good. I think that's a good commentary on the way customers are thinking these days. So,
Right.
Bobbie, I think we've kind of covered what we want to cover for this specific call. Are there any last words that you wanted to share? Anything you want to share before we hang up here?
Yeah, I think probably one last thing is, when your partners think about positioning AVS, one of the things that they should take into consideration is, how many devices does your customer have? Do they have enough at different locations that would merit a mobile device management application? If so, then AVS might not be the right solution. But there's probably a tremendous amount of customers out there that aren't going to consider a mobile device management application. They don't need a mobile device management application. Yet this sort of entry level into visibility is a great fit for a customer like that. And one of the things that we're seeing is, you may have customers that are, 15 devices, 20 devices. There's no minimum on AVS, which is quite nice. And this is a really good fit for a customer like that.